Hello, my beautiful hammerhead, and welcome to the last video and the end of the Dawnbringer campaign. We are done. You see my little sticky note here and other things that I have. I didn't write any notes down for this one because it isn't that much, but it's important because we're gonna wrap up the whole narrative of the Dawnbringer Crusade. First of all, we have the Dawnbringer Chronicles 30, the Hour of Ruin. Let's just go quickly all over it because it's multiple short stories in this article. The first one is just in the realm of Gur, the realm of beasts, where one era ends, the other begins. Everyone feels it a little bit, yeah, here and there. Then we are in Gairan, where Alariel has, let's just say, her grievance with the Skaven as one of her oldest Tree Lord Ancients dies and becomes a Gnawhole. And yeah, well, for her this is desecration and so on. She closes the Gnawhole. And this is directly in her realm, and I don't mean that in Gairan, I mean under the Oak of Ages Past. That means a lot. That was a direct attack against Alariel and, well, the Sylvaneth in whole. And the whole realm of Gairan. Because the whole Vermindoom thing is not only in Akshi and Gairan, it's in every realm, everywhere Gnawholes are opening. And then we are in Akshi, we have Bastion Cathalos with Neve Blacktalon and her companions. They're talking a little bit of what is happening there. Amberguard is a little bit of the topic here, that it is right at the edge of the cataclysmic events in the east. They're talking a little bit about Hellcrown, the city which is going to be the event in 4 weeks. And yeah, then we have Archaon, who's talking a little bit with some of his Varanguards and contemplating everything that has happened because, yeah, well, he was the one who orchestrated everything with Screech Vermin King to ascend the Great Horned Rat to become even more of a Chaos God, because the Great Horned Rat was already part of the Chaos Pantheon, but the other Chaos Gods did not acknowledge the rat because it's devious, it's a rat. If you know Skaven, you know what I mean. No one trusts the Great Horned Rat. But for Archaon, it is just a pragmatic thing to do because he doesn't really trust the other Chaos Gods and wants to, well, unbalance everything so he can follow his own goals, which I really like. But even as he, settles oh no, what was the name of his mount? Godrak? No, not Godrak. Yeah, his mount, his three-headed mount that was Dorga. Sorry, yeah, here it is. He becomes uneasy. Was this right? But there are far more conquests to be done. It's calls to them. And then we have, of course, Blight City. We have the Council of 13, even renewed ones because some of them died. And yeah, well, there is one that is a little bit of a rival to Screech Vermin King. And yeah, but everyone is like, oh, my part of the plan was the thing that made us victorious. No, but my plan was the thing. And yeah, it's regular Skaven stuff, which is really funny. But again, Vizig here is the rival of Screech Vermin King. He wants to be the rival. And he's the one that's saying, oh, the Vermindoom, we did it, ha, I'm the best, I'm the demagogue, and so on, and so on. So, and then we leave this article. We're gonna focus right now on the book because we only have about 6 pages left. This is The first one, Ruinous Harvest, which just tells us what happens after the events in Ghyran. This is not that much, it just tells us that Verdigris is kinda saved, but it's not, because a lot of stuff happened. The Swords of Ruin, so the first circle of the Varangard and Abraxia, demolished a lot there, and only Belthanos, as we know, saved everything with the other Sylvaneth. But the real thing here is the City of Rebirth, Phoenicium, that, yeah, well, it's destroyed. There is nothing to save there. It's a Chaos Bastion right now. Just imagine in the Broken Realm series, where Morathi and the Daughters of Cain and other followers of her sacked Anvilgard and made it Harkuron. This is basically the same thing, but it was the Slaves to Darkness that made it. We will get to Phoenicium in a short moment. Don't forget, the Fire of the Phoenix is gone. The only remnant of it is in the hands of Elania and her brother Elathor, and they are on their way back to Hysh to bring it back to the original Phoenix Pyre. So this is on the Ghyran side. On the Akshi side, we have, just a second, I have to get the bookmark. Okay, on the Akshi side, yeah, well, a lot has happened there. Again, Blight City, the majority of it just erupted on the east of Hammerhal Aksha, a little bit more to the east of the Adamantine Chain, where the Dark Oaths, so Gunnar, Tanari, and the other tribes has settled, and Amberguard, where our Dawnbringer crusade from Hammerhal Aksha ventured to. It wasn't the original location they wanted to go, but it was the one they ended up with. And yeah, this is just basically everything we had in our 2 videos back then. No, only in the last one, because that was the Akshi side. And again, that Archaon was also one that used the Skaven to, well, achieve everything. Then we have one of the greatest artworks here. Talia Vedra arrives in Amberguard because, well, her Chimera Infernodyne can fly, her cavalry cannot, so she ventured forth and wanted to see what's going on there. And yeah, you can imagine being on the edge of Blight City is not the best place to be. A lot of stuff is destroyed. The people are basically gone. Only a handful of survivors came forth to greet her, and they lost faith in the wheel. They have, some of them still have a wheel around their neck, but it's broken. The coin malleus is still there, but the people are destroyed, mentally, physically. The most interesting thing here is Pontifex Zenestra is gone. She's nowhere to be seen. Her palanquin bearers, they are still, yeah, well, they're carrying the palanquin, but she's nowhere. She's gone, and everyone says they rejected the wheel, but Pontifex Zenestra left them because they weren't pious enough. Then we have another of the greatest artworks ever. This is Isla Thorian right now. She becomes more and more of a Sylvaneth human hybrid because of her jade blood magic thingies, everything she did in book 1 to 5. And she still hears the horns of Belthanos. She's following them. No one is really paying attention to her because she's just straggling out of Verdigris. And I really hope that she gets a model because it just looks so good. And I really like her character. She's one of the best written characters in the Dawnbringer campaign. I will talk about that in a moment. And yeah, she's staggering out of the city and no one is paying attention to that. Then we have Archaon and Abraxia, again talking about everything that has happened. And important thing here is, again, they talk a little bit about, oh yeah, Archaon is the one who did basically all of this. He instigated everything, starting from the Shudderblight Plague in Dawnbringer Book 1, that he sent forth his Varanguards to the Harbingers of Decay and so on, and then the Skaven stuff. The other thing is that Phoenicium, again, is gone, but the Slaves to Darkness, especially the Varangard, are calling it now Blackpire. So we have to rename the city in the future. And the last thing is this one. I'm sorry that I can't show it to you in a better way. At first, I just saw Ionis Cryptborn's name, and it was like, ooh, Ionis is back. And then it was sad, because Ionis, on his dragon, what was the name? Ktorak, he flew to the battlegrounds where Vandus and Corgus Kull tried to fight each other, but ultimately Gabriel Schurhart was the one who fell victim to the axe of the Cornet champion. And yeah, what he found was, it wasn't pleasant, let me just say it this way, because as Vandus witnessed the ascension of Corgus Kull to demonhood, or whatever he became now, we don't know, because no one knows what happened to him. Not even the Godhide knows. Some think he's dead, some think he became a demon, that he's now in the realm of chaos with Khorne, and because of all his achievements. And other people don't know what happened to Vandus, because the guardians of the Anvil of Apotheosis just said, he never came back. We don't know. Now we know, because it was Ionis Cryptborn who gathered up his old friend, his old commander, and brought him to the Tower Terminus. If you don't know what the Tower Terminus is, it is the place where basically the Reclusians are being held. They are the ones who are about to lose everything they are. And Vandus is in a state, he's sobbing, he's crying, he's broken. And this is, he was in there for a short while. In the book First Forged, he came out to fight again because Corvus Kull was coming back. We already know that. Now he's back in there. Again, he's crying, he's sobbing, he's screaming. He doesn't know. The only thing he sees is the Lightning Man. The one, this one I have to read to you because it's just too much. And even Ionis, you see that it breaks my heart because I love Vandus' character and Ionis so much. It's like Taunus the Redeemed. It is every Hello Heart character we have learned to love over the years. And Ionis is just like, hush, my friend, hush, everything will be better. But even he knows it will not be better. And the Lightning Man, he comes to blast my soul to ashes, hollowed out, filled with his blinding storm, until nothing remains save the twin monoliths of punishment and law. And while he says this, Ionis pushes him into the cell, closes the door, turns around, and he's just like, my lord, he talks to Sigmar over the distance because he knows that Sigmar hears him. Did you think it necessary? Did you know what awaited us? And only a lightning flickered in the background, and that was the answer of yes. And Ionis is like, okay, then so be it. Oh, this is so heart-wrenching. This was the part that really shook me. So the last few pages are sadly the best. And I like that it ended here and there. So after 6 books, my thoughts about this didn't change. So my final closing thoughts about the Dawnbringer Crusade, about the Dawnbringer campaign, all in all, I'm still in the boat of we need these books in a 6-month separation so that we get some short stories here and there, that we can breathe a little bit between these. This book, the trailer for the 4th edition, spoiled everything. It should have been, get this book into our hands, read it, talk about it, maybe speculate a little bit, and then give us the trailer, blow our socks off, and knock our socks off, and I don't know, I like the ending. The problem is, it feels like a 4-book series. And I don't mean that as a so much negative thing. It feels like you have a balloon, you paint a smiley face on it, but then you blow it up. Not blow it up, but then you blow air into it, so it gets bigger and bigger, but the face gets weirder and weirder. There is just too much book for not enough substance here. It was especially apparent in book 4 and 5, where it was just like, why are our heroes doing stupid stuff? Why should I root for the stupid people? As harsh as this sounds, it didn't feel like there is a lot of stuff happening there. And the last book, it really feels like this is what's supposed to happen. This is everything we needed. Again, the Gyran side was always the best parts. The Gyran side, this is why Isla Thorian is the best character in all of this. Vandis, Ionis, and so on have the legacy they can stand upon. Our Hallowed Knights have the legacy to stand upon. Talia Vedra is fairly new. We didn't have enough of her as of yet. Abraxia is really, really new, but she's an awesome character. But again, it is just... The trailer was there before we knew what happens in this book. There were hints everywhere to what the Skaven are doing, but yeah, I'm not gonna... I'm like a broken record right now. But again, closing thought, again, it's not gonna happen in 4th edition. We're not gonna get the first campaign book in the Vermindoom saga 6 months after the release of 4th edition. It's not going to happen a year after that. A year after that we will get General's Handbook, we will get maybe Spearhead Handbook, whatever it's going to be named, another set of 12 cards, even though I hope that it's going to be 15 cards, so we get a little bit more of random stuff, but this is the topic for another video. So I really, really hope that in 5th edition we will get a campaign that gives us everything a couple of months, so it's not stacked at the end. I know I'm telling this every once in a while, but it's important to reiterate, because every day new people are coming in. We have to spread the message, basically, because I do this out of love. I want better campaign books. I still enjoyed the whole narrative of the Dawnbringer campaign, but the whole era of the beast, it wasn't there, and that is the sad part. The sad part is there was no era of the beast. Kragnos is again in prison. It happened in book 5, and what did he do? He destroyed Excelsis. Yeah, that's it. Gobsrag is his mischievous minion who did stuff to erase evidence of his kin. Yeah. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna end it right here, right now, because, again, we could talk a lot more about this, but you get the gist of it. Again, I'm really happy with it. I enjoyed the story. I just want it to be better. And this is my closing thought for it. But what are your thoughts on all of this? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm really keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, please remember to do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons, it's not only fun. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more wargaming almost every day. And by that, I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want, you can support me with the links in the description box down below. Otherwise, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.